I went to jail for a crime my brother committed. My brother couldn't ever think. Okay? Well, let me read the story first. Maybe. They say you got to protect your family, but what happens when protecting them ruins your whole life? I ask myself that question every day. The saying goes, money is the root of all evil, and I'm sure our lives reflect that more than anyone else's. My little brother owed the wrong dude the wrong amount. Thought he had time, thought he could finesse his way out of it like he always did, but that night, his luck ran out. They were arguing, heated, words got thrown, then hands, and before he even knew what happened, he did something you can't take back. I won't lie. My little brother wasn't a saint, but he wasn't built for this. He'd heard about the streets, but he wasn't from them. So when it happened, he panicked, called me, voice shaking so bad I could barely understand him. Bro, I messed up bad. I was already throwing on my clothes. By the time I got there, he was pacing, dang near hyperventilating. And when I saw what he did, my stomach dropped. Baby, I'm throwing up at that point, okay? I don't know if I could see it. It was bad, real bad. And the worst part was he just had a son maybe a month before this happened. So all that is running through my head, and I'm sure it's running through his too. I went into protect mode. I told him to leave, to go home to his girl, act normal, don't say nothing to nobody. Then I did what I had to do. I started cleaning up, tried to move things around, make it look like an accident, thought I had time, but I didn't. Cops kicked in the door while I still had blood on my hands. They didn't ask no questions, didn't care why I was there. They just saw what they saw and took me down. And just like that, my life was over. At first, I thought he would step up, thought he'd tell the truth, thought I'd be out in a few months, maybe a year tops. But time kept passing by. And my little brother, he was out there living. He got a job, started taking care of his girl, his kid, got out the streets, straightened up. Meanwhile, I was still here locked up. That hurt my heart a little bit, okay? I think what hurts the most is how much time it took him to come see me. Yeah. Because when he came to visit, it had been months. He looked good. New clothes, fresh cut, like life was treating him real nice. Me, I'm sitting across from him in a jumpsuit feeling like a fool. I thought I could handle everything in here, but I was starting to fold. I leaned in. Jay, you gotta tell them the truth, man. I can't keep doing this. He looked down at the table, took a deep breath. I can't, bro. I just stared at him. You can't. He shook his head. My son needs me. I wanted to reach across that table and beat his behind. Okay? Your son needs you. What about me? 2 years after that visit, I heard something that made me sick. He got caught up again. Oh, heck no. Word got back to me that he'd been moving reckless, thinking he was untouchable. Somebody came for him, and instead of walking away, he did the exact same thing that got me in here in the first place. Only this time, he didn't have me to save him. He got locked up, and now we both behind bars. Looking back, I should have let him take the fall the first time. I thought I was saving him, thought I was giving him a chance, but all I did was delay the inevitable. I can't imagine the pain my mom is in, because deep down, she knows I didn't do it. But what can she do? Ain't no proof. Ain't nobody listening. I'm sick because I left her and my sister out there to protect themselves. And I'm angry with him because he left everyone out there to protect themselves because he felt like he had a point to prove. I just sit here, thinking, regretting, wishing I could go back. Because the truth is, my brother was always going to end up here. And I threw my life away trying to stop it. There's a note. I'm going to read that first. Okay. I'm the sister to both brothers. I had my brother write it from his perspective. I watched the podcast, and when I saw you were doing story times, I asked him to write about it. Thank you for your platform. Every day I'm sick about losing them. The middle brother who committed both acts really isn't a bad guy. For whatever reason, he always felt like he had something to prove, and I miss my older brother so much. Seeing him in those colors always does something to me. I'm sorry for your loss. I feel like the younger brother probably never confessed to it initially because he told him to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said, like, you go, get out of here. I'm going to handle it. So when push came to shove, came to going to jail, he like, oh, you handled it for me, you know? But I do feel your brother because if I save you, don't go back out there and do stupid stuff just because you feel like justified, or you feel like you get like a little prideful, right? Like, ain't nobody finna talk to me like that. Ain't nobody. Let them folks talk to you however they want to talk to you. If it's keeping you out of jail, like, it's not that serious. Those were wild. Very wild stories. What y'all doing? I want to hear y'all's opinions. Tell which one was your favorite story. Which one did you need some more context on? Which one did you need to know what happened? Were there fist fights? No, obviously they got up and left dinner. Okay? Like what's going on? I be wanting to know the end of the story. How did it all play out? Like 3 years from now, did this affect y'all's relationship? Yeah, we need to know. All right. I'll see y'all next story time. Bye.